Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here. I know I said we were gonna do a stream yard, maybe if I was in a good mood, but things happened last night. Ooh, that was pretty good for me. Had a lot of fun. Yes, I did. I'm gonna pay for it later. I had a lot of fun last night. Can't believe it went that far. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Had a lot of fun. Oh, I'm gonna need a masseuse. Cito's gonna need a masseuse. He's down for the count. Getting too old for this. I'm like Danny Glover now. Riggs! Riggs! Oh, man. Anyway, I'm glad you guys like the animated Mike Tyson video. You know, that's been spreading around like a word of mouth video. A lot of people are seeing it now and they're seeing it for the first time and they're cracking up laughing, which makes us feel very good, you know, that we actually putting out the type of videos that you guys would like, you know, so that means something to us. Now, getting to why we're here. Driggy Draymond Green. Oh, he love it, don't he? Filling in for Shaq on the TNT broadcast. And TNT has advertised this as a battle. Chuck versus Draymond. Knowing that this whole thing was worked out before Draymond and Chuck even came on the scene. Knowing that there wouldn't be any problems. Still, the world had to see it. Because Draymond, you know, when his career is over in about 3 years, you know, he'll be sitting right there in that chair next to Chuck. So he's basically going to replace Shaq because Shaq don't really want the job anymore, so it don't really mean anything to him. So it all works out. Now, as for me, I look at Draymond Green and I say, hmm, ever since that barbershop, when he was sitting in that barber's chair with he who shall not be named, but a bum from Akron, all of his comments have been very weird and Draymond Greenish. You know, he's come off more of a hater. And basically nobody really likes him. And when nobody really likes you, you know, it's kind of different. You know, cuz it's like everything has some type of political agenda to it. It don't sound authentic. So I'm listening to him and I'm like, I kind of don't believe nothing he's saying, you know? You know, you just don't really believe what someone else is saying. I don't believe the guy. So, meaning that when he's talking, it feels like he's just the mouthpiece that's moving now, and somebody else is pulling the strings. So he was fined $50,000 by the league for violating the tampering law, which I felt was pretty cheap, figuring he did it on a television show that was highly rated. He didn't do it in a post-game interview. He did it in a very disrespectful way on this platform And I thought it was very distasteful for him to choose to do it in that manner. And it was so rude. And if I was the Phoenix Sun organization, I would feel a certain way about that. You know, it's a bad thing he did, talking about Booker. Man, my man Book, man, it's time for him to get up out of there. Like they holding him hostage. He signed a contract. He's on an NBA team. What do you mean he needs to get up out of there? They need to let him up out of there. They need to move him. He signed a contract. He could have left. He signed a contract to be there. So that's on Devin Booker. But then you go up there and they even tell you, like, wait a minute, Dre, you know, like this is basically tampering. He's not even trying to lobby for him to come to Golden State. Because there's no space for him in Golden State. Unless they're going to trade for Klay Thompson. And who in the world would trade Klay Thompson for Devin Booker? Now, why would Draymond Green, who plays for the Golden State Warriors, be sitting here and campaigning? Because that's what this is, just flat out campaigning. Why would he be sitting up here just campaigning for Devin Booker? I don't care if Booker's friend or not. You campaigning for a man who's not on your team, who's not even going to your team, but you campaigning for him to go elsewhere, just leave Phoenix. Why is it so important to you that he leaves Phoenix? He's a grown man. His team just beat the Clippers and they were like undefeated in the bubble. So why in the world are you talking about he need to leave when they're actually playing better than your team is playing? But he needs to get up and leave. You know, I thought that was very wrong of him, very rude, very condescending, and he deserved every bit of the fine that he got. But the bus don't stop there. No, 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 no. Why? What do they have to gain? What do they have to gain? Getting them up out of there. What does that mean? Oh, that means Devin Booker in a trade for Kyle Kuzma? Getting him to the Los Angeles Lakers next season? Play with LeBron, Booker, AD. When AD gets a supermax, is that what you talking about? Or are you trying to get him over there to the Knicks where you're hoping to get traded to? So it'd be you and Devin Booker, and y'all can make a deal for Trae Young. So now you got your Steph Curry, right? And Trae Young. It'd be Draymond, like, I made Steph. I'm gonna make Trae. Watch. Y'all gonna be running it for the Knicks, huh? Yep. We smell it coming. See? All of this shoe shining they've been doing all this BS they've been trying to do to patch things up and make you believe one thing while they're doing another. The NBA is not slick anymore. Everybody's talking. And because of the internet, everybody knows everything before they even give it to the press. So we know stuff before it even happened. Like, I'm going to let you guys on a little secret, Jack. The players are getting ready to fight the NBA and the players union over some of the rules that were changed. One, tattoos. They're upset because a lot of players were able to get by with their tattoos while others had to cover it up and everything else. You know, they didn't like the fact Carmelo Anthony, who had Warner Brothers on his arm, you know, they get he don't have to cover his tattoo, but they got to cover their tattoos and all this stupidity. Then the headband thing, you know, some players that like that, you know, not Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter, Ryu, Japanese style headband that Nike used to make for them. They used to wear it around their heads and all that stuff. The NBA banned those last year, so no more of those. Players are upset about that. So it's a lot of arguments about that for next season. They're talking about next season instead of worrying about this virus, what it could do to you. Nah, forget that. What's more important? We gotta have a headband. So it's telling you right now that the mindset of an NBA basketball player, no matter the money, the fame, or anything else, they're stupid. A lot of them are really stupid. And you wouldn't think they would be, but then it all makes sense. You know, it's like, okay, well, here's this Instagram thought. You know, all she's doing got her fake boobs and everything else. All she wants is his money. And this fool gets her pregnant and run off and marry him. And you'd be like, huh? What was you thinking? Then he runs off and dates another one and marries them, or try to, you know, start getting them pregnant and still married to the other one. Then he's mad that he got to pay child support and take care and play her spousal support. Oh man, this is a bull, man. How'd she get that? Cause you married her, stupid. I think all these players are really dumb. I'm just like, man, do they even think? I ain't gonna even say the player's name because we was just talking about this 2 days ago. But I might say it on the Patreon. Yeah, that's what I might do. Just put that on the Patreon. But yeah, this player buys a house. Soon as he gets to the NBA, buys a house. Not for his mom, who was there that he hugged and everything during the whole time when he got drafted. Not them. Mama still had the same house that they had before he got drafted. He takes his endorsement money that he got from some type of deal or shoe deal or whatever. I think it was Adidas. He took that little money that he got up front before the NBA gave him a check, bought a house, paid for it. And the house wasn't for him. The house was for his baby mother. Sorry, I had to take a swig. Baby mama and his child. Very nice of him, right? He's being responsible. He's saying he finna take care of baby mama. She gets it first. Well, the mama didn't like this situation. Mama was a little uptight. Because she's like, wait a minute, how she get a house before me? So next thing you know, he comes up with another bright idea. I'ma move my mama into the house that belongs to my baby mama. And didn't happen. They get into it right away. So he said, wait a minute, I paid for the house. You can't afford to pay the taxes. Only I can. So while they're having this feud amongst themselves, something else ensues. Another woman pops up pregnant with a child. He's trying to get her to get an abortion. She ain't going for that. She's finna abort, having millions of dollars and getting a child support and spousal support for about $50K a month, so she ain't gotta work no more. Yeah, she's finna go have an abortion. So he kept trying to offer her money. She wouldn't accept it. Go figure, right? So she decides to have the child. So he goes to court to tell the judge that I offered her all this stuff. She decided to have a kid. I want to pay her a one-time lump sum, so I never have to really deal with her again, because she just did this just to get a kid out of me. I don't want to have nothing to do with her. Now, saying that put him in a bad light. It really did. It made him look really small. It made him look petty. And meanwhile, his play on the court was even sorrier. So he was in the developmental league for a while. Then next thing you know, he was out the league. He forgot that contract he had. A lot of that money wasn't guaranteed. He burned through that money within a few years. He played on like 2-3 teams. He was traded. They lost the house, baby mama. He couldn't afford to pay those taxes every year. So now, house is gone, everything's gone. It's a rude awakening. Now everything's starting to set in. That he's not as, untouchable as he thought he was. And now the mom is upset at him because he didn't put away any of his money. He didn't do any of the things that he should have been doing that was basically required of him to be successful. So, in the end, he looks like the fool. You know how they say you play the fool, then you'll end up being the fool? Well, in this case, he ended up being the fool. Now, I say that to say this. Players, stop being so stupid. I mean, really. There's some that's really dumb. A lot of them are. They're very dumb because a lot of them come from straight out of high school. They really didn't spend too much time like on their education or trying to learn about balancing money. They spend too much time balling. And everybody know they're going to the league. They got all these agents. And they never learn about their money. And they see everybody getting ripped off. It's like watching rappers getting robbed and signing bad contracts. And then they make, right after they make a song bragging about how they got millions, they come out of the booth and they still in the red. It's just like, it's lunacy. At what point do you say it's time to stop the Ferris wheel? You know what I'm saying? So Draymond Green, much success to you. Hopefully, you wake up and realize you got to stop following fools and start making decisions on yourself. I think the Golden State Warriors, should have definitely fined you themselves because you've been doing things that are just counterproductive and unbecoming of somebody who's supposed to be a superstar in this league. So, on that note, I'm out. I want to say thank you to those who donated to the StreamYard, like Jay Biz. Thank you to everybody who hit the Cash App up. I appreciate all the love and support. Um, Yeah, my Cash App is Carcino, Karceno. For those who didn't know, yeah, like that. It's corny, but hey, it is what it is. Harold, that was a shock today. I didn't expect that. Much blessings to you, Jackie Robinson, Mike Davis, Prince, Brandon, Harry. AJ, Rick, him. I see you. So even Mr. Sledge got in on the party. So I'm appreciating all the love and support. As you can see, Randall came through with another great artwork for the Roy Jones video with Mike Tyson and me doing the voice work. We just trying to keep you guys entertained with the best work we could do. So definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all. And even if you're subscribed to me, check and make sure that you're selected to get all of the notifications so that, you can be caught up with everything. Because a lot of you didn't even see the Mike Tyson video yet in the animated version. So when this is over, hopefully you get to see it. Tell me what you think. I'm out.